So this is where we left off with our whole entire canvas, just full of this great big design. But what if you decide, okay, I need to scale this down because this is way, way, way too big? Well, there's a way to do that. So if you want to select everything all at once, and we do, hold the Control key down and press A or type A, and that selects everything. And you should be able to then hold Control, type A. That's everything. See, now we have this bounding box. And you see the corners and the sides have these little blue squares on them. So I'm going to hold the Shift key and I'm going to click on one of the corners and pull it down. By holding the Shift key, it actually keeps everything in proportion. It doesn't make it too tall, too short, and I'm going to have to keep letting it go in between, but I can keep duplicating this as well. So I'm going to move it over just a little bit, and then now I'm going to hold the Control key down. Everything's still selected. Hold the Control key down and move it over. And as I move it over, you see there's a red line in the middle. That tells me I'm right in line with the original, and there's a red line between them, and that tells me it's perfectly lined up. So I'm going to just keep duplicating this. So I let go of the click. I think I need to move that back one space. And then I hold the Control key again. I'm going to try and line it up with the piece below, and I see the red line, so I know that's where I want it. And then I'm going to line this up with the piece beside it. There's a red line there and here. So now I notice this is looking a lot better, but I really want to shrink it down again. So I use Control A, hold Shift, and shrink it down again. So now we're making this really condensed version of this design, but we really didn't have to do that much work to get this the way it is. So again, I'm going to hold Control and drag a piece down, hold Control and drag a piece over, and I'm going to hold Control and drag a piece up. And now I've created an even smaller, more intricate design. So what I want you to do is start with a design that's a composite. It's made up of, this one's got eight pieces in it. So I went from 8 pieces to, I don't know how many pieces are in this, but this is one section. So you just count the number of diamonds on this row and the number of diamonds on that row, and you multiply it by 8, and that's how many pieces are in here. So I want you to make a simple design out of at least 8 pieces, because you need 2 per section of the square. And then I want you to duplicate it multiple times and end up with a design that is really close to 100 pieces. So this ends up being 96. It's 12 across and 8 down, so 8 times 12 is 96. And I still can go in and change little segments of this here and there. I can change the color of it. I could put an outline on it. And so you can go back in and add some different variations here and there if you want to too. So this design kind of was inspired by our Mary Blue